Alright guys, third and final part of this review. I know this is a longer review, but hopefully this is helping you understand the material, or at least refresh yourself as you're working through preparing for your test. So we got two more problems we're going to work through together. The solve problem that has a trinomial, that's where we're going to start, and then we'll look at the application problem. So the first part that we want to do, or really you could say that the first part you want to do is maybe look at your values that need to be excluded. So that would be a -6 and a -4. And we can go ahead and knock that out. If you waited until the end, that would be fine. You just check your answer with those excluded values. So let's go ahead and factor this trinomial. I'm going to utilize the x factor, and then we'll do bottoms up here. So that's 10, and that's a 24. So 24, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Those are all multiples of 24. And then you have to say which one, when I combine them, would give me 10. So this one's out. 2 and 12, potentially if there's a negative. But then we look over here and see positive, positive. Okay, that's not going to work. 3 and 8, that's 11 or 5. That's not going to work. 4 and 6, there's our winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, so if you see the x plus 4 and the x plus 6 are your options. I'm hoping you've noticed that there's somewhat of a pattern here, that those terms in the denominator of your other fractions are going to be your factored trinomial. But if you haven't noticed that, then that's okay. And it's not going to ever hurt to check and guarantee that you're correct. So this fraction, it's good to go. It's got an x plus 4, it's got an x plus 6, so it's covered. The other fractions, you have to say, what do they have? What do they need? So this has got an x plus 6. It needs an x plus 4. So we multiply top and bottom by x plus 4. This has an x plus 4, but it needs an x plus 6. All right, and these are the problems that if you have an equal sign, and on both sides of the equal sign, the denominator is the same, you can get rid of the denominator by multiplying by the reciprocal. So rather than write all of that out and then mark it all the way back through, because what's going to happen now is we are only dealing with our numerator. So let's just write our numerator. So that leaves us with, and I'll even write the 1 there, x plus 4 plus 3 times x plus 6 equals -2. Then this problem now is much more manageable, because now we do what we've seen for a while here. We would distribute. So we got a 3 times x, 3 times 6. All right, and then combine any like terms that you have. 3x and x is 4x. 4 and 8, 22. Let's subtract 22, subtract 22. 4x equals -24. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So x equals -6. All right, and we're like, yes, all right, we're done. We got our answer. But then we go, oh, man. Right there in the values that have to be excluded, there's a -6. And so we did all that work, and the answer is no solution. All right, but the point is you know how to do it, and it's going to be triple digits on your test. All right, let's look at a work problem. So remember the sort of generic outline we said for all of these is x over time equals 1 over 1. And yes, if people are like working together and you take some away, this might be a subtraction sign, but this outline is really what we need. So we've got a carpenter. So carpenter 1. And then he's going to build a desk in 6 hours. So there's the desk that you guys have been leaving your homework on. Then we have carpenter 2. He's going to build the desk in 8 hours. And if you ever see that they're working together, you know it's a plus, all right? So carpenter 2 is going to be 8 hours, and they're both working to build a desk. All right, so what that looks like when we utilize our x over time is x over 6, that's carpenter 1, 6 hours to build a desk, and x over 8, carpenter 2, takes 8 hours. Now they're working together, so we're going to add them, and they're still building one desk. So if you're looking for your least common denominator, we write our multiples, so 6, 12, 18, 24, and then we'd have 8, 16, 24. So we see that 24 is what we need. So 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 times 1, 2, 3. And 1, we're not writing down our multiples of 1 because they will always be whatever your least common denominator is. So now the denominator is going to cancel out. So we're only left with our numerator. And again, that's because we have an equal sign. Then we have 7x equals 24. And then when we divide by 7, that would leave us with x equals 2.4, or excuse me, 3.4. Sorry about that. 21. And that is hours. All right, so for all these, if you see an addition, or people working together use addition. If there's someone being taken away, then it would be subtraction. And you guys are going to make triple digits. You got this.